I have literally put thousands and thousands of hours into reading books, listening to books, everything I could get my hand on how to have a better life, how to manifest my dream life. And so far, I am on the right track. And I want to help you do the same. So if you want to manifest your dream life, watch this video. Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's your homeboy, Kai Valentine, coming at you with another video. That's right. Man, I'm just posting so many videos. It's awesome. And if you're new here, you gotta become a spiritual warrior by smashing that subscribe button and licking that like button. It really helps the algorithm. Remember to comment down below any questions you might have, and I will create your own personal video answering that question, because if you have that question, other people have that question. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to get your dream life. This is everything. This is exactly what I follow. This is how I've managed to grow multiple businesses and how I've gotten my dream apartment, and just I'm on the right track to where I want to be. Of course, we're going to talk about being satisfied, and that's a step, but you know, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's start at the very beginning, and this is going to be the weed out. There are multiple weed outs on this list of things, so there's 7 things I want to talk to you about, and I wonder what step you will fall off on. Now, I 100% believe in you, but there are gonna be people who just don't want to hear this. They want to take the magic pill that makes them successful, and this is not that. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to work for your success, but that is what makes it all worth it in the end. Okay, so if I haven't lost you yet, the first step is reading. You have to read. If you don't like reading, you have to listen. You have to watch YouTube videos like this. You have to continuously learn. And I'm not talking, once a week, twice a week. Every single day, you have to be listening to something that is helping you to evolve to become a better person, or, evolving your business skills, helping any kind of skill that you have in order to become better. If we stay stagnant, we die. That's why we don't drink stagnant water. That's the kind of way I think about it. When I hear stagnant, I think of those nasty puddles at the water park, and you're like, ew, it's like warm or cold, and it's like bacteria. I don't. My mom's a doctor, so I grew up just afraid of those little mini cesspools at the water park. But you don't want to become stagnant. You want to always keep evolving, and the way to do that is to read. You don't need any courses. Of course, one day I want to release a course, but it will be affordable. No plans on that right now, but you don't need them. You could always just go to the library, keep reading, listening if you have the money to check out Audible. My favorites, and I'll have them posted below, my absolute favorite books, where to get started, because I could tell you all day to read, and you're like, well, Kai, what do I read? What do I listen to? So anything by Napoleon Hill, anything by Wallace Wattles, Earl Nightingale, who is one of my top favorites, Joe Vitale, and Bob Proctor. These are really great. Now, Bob Proctor has like 2 things on Audible, and it's like a recording of something that he did, like a seminar that he did, because Bob is all about Mr. Proctor. He's all about the online, or the course, the seminars. So the next step 2. Now, I'm guessing about half of the people kind of fell off there, and it's unfortunate because people just don't want to hear this stuff, but I'm glad you're still here. I believed in you from the start. You're gonna make it. I think you're gonna make it through this list, but you gotta wait till number 7, which is probably one of my favorite steps. Number 2 is your mindset. Now, most life coaches, law of attraction gurus, spiritual guiders, is that the word? Guiders? Counselors? They talk about mindset, and they cover it a lot. And I'm gonna just go over just a few things, but you can't be successful with the wrong mindset. I just watched a video of a millionaire girl. I am Sophie, and honestly, I couldn't help but be sickened and pity this girl, because she just didn't have the mindset to be rich. She got it all from her father. It was really sad. And you can honestly tell that she understands that she has a lack of achievement, and it comes out as an insecurity. So we don't want that. We don't want to be rich and have a lackful mindset, which is impossible anyway. So the first thing you want to do is start doing affirmations. What do you want in life? Where do you want to be? How much money do you want to have? Create a flashcard. Put these affirmations on a flashcard. Laminate it. You can get like Walmart lamination, where you put the sticky note, the index card right here, and you slap the other side of the lamination to the back of it, and now you have your own little personal affirmation card. It can be stuff like, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm rich. I am so freaking grateful now that I'm a firefighter for New York City, because it's extreme. I say that because it's extremely competitive. Stuff like that. And every time you reach for your wallet, you get that index card and you're reading that. Another thing that a lot of people don't do is they don't do it while driving. Now, affirmations, if they don't put you in a trance state, which they shouldn't, you're just kind of repeating things to show your brain what's important. Do it while driving. It's a great time to do it. You don't have to be overly zealous about it. You could just do it 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Doesn't have to be 10 minutes. But the thing is consistency. Another big thing is before bed and right when you wake up. Say the affirmations like 5 times. Wallace Waddles is really big, or actually Dr. Joseph Murphy is really big on saying affirmations before bed. And that's really where he thinks a lot of success is found. I should have added that to the read, by the way. Dr. Joseph Murphy is definitely one of my top favorites. He takes a more religious stance on everything, which I really like and appreciate. So that is mindset. I'm not going to go too much in there. I have tons of videos on mindset. But right now we're going to go into step 3, which are goals. Now this one, when I was writing this one down, I really thought, multiple people would just drop off like flies on this one. No one wants to talk goals. No one wants to talk long-term goals. No one wants to talk short-term girls. Whoa. Short-term goals. And I'm not going to talk about those either. I just want you to realize now that we can't be successful if we have no goals. It is like getting in a car and just driving. There's no end point. It's like getting on a boat, which is dangerous to not have a destination because you're just kind of roaming the seas, sailing the seas or whatever. So we have to have goals. Always strive for more. You always want to, so when you reach that goal, you want to continue, you want to find another goal. If it's a short-term goal, I don't know why I keep saying girl, a short-term goal, that usually is a breakdown of your long-term goal. Does that make sense? So you're breaking up the long-term goal into multiple pieces. Once you reach that long-term goal, it's time to find another one because we want to constantly evolve. Back to that stagnation part, we don't want to stagnate, right? And a big thing that you want to do when setting goals is make mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes, but don't see them as mistakes. See them as falling forward. This is the only way we learn, people. We make mistakes every single day, but the people who learn from them are the ones who grow, become better, and they create a product or whatever it is you want to do. Just realize that you're going to make mistakes. When learning a language, it's impossible not to make mistakes. But after 2 to 3 years of making mistakes, you're like, oh wow. Looking back, you're like, I can't believe I got that wrong. And you become really good at something. Or whatever it is, just know that you're going to be making mistakes, and that is perfectly okay. Don't see it as a negative thing. Just realize that you have learned something new and you are on the right path. The next thing, this is a personal thing that I do, it's really exciting. It's my own creation. I call it the virtue filter. And by virtue, I mean things we follow religiously. I don't know how to explain virtue. Virtue is something that you live by. Right? That's a great way to explain it. It's something that you live by. So I have a list of virtues that anytime I have a question or, a questioning issue, or there's a scenario that's going on in my life, or I'm faced with a decision, I always filter it through my list of virtues. So you should write down a list of your own virtues. What do you want to live by? And even if you don't have that virtue now, just by writing it down, you are taking steps towards it. Again, you could put that into your affirmations. I am more loyal. I am more loyal. I am so very loyal. Stuff like that. So my virtue filter, it consists of loyalty, bravery, kindness, generosity, empathy, and godly. Now, when I say godly, I don't mean that I am godly. I make decisions based on Jesus and God because I'm a Christian. That was very important to me. So if, my friends want me to go out to a club and I look through my virtue filter and I'm like, it's not really my thing, guys. Sorry. It didn't pass the filter. So stuff like that. the virtue filter is very important. I really want you to write these down. I think you'll be genuinely surprised at how much it changes your life just by having a virtue filter and taking a second when you have a problem. Take a second and filter the problem through your virtues. That way, no matter what you choose, it will always be correct. According to you, according to your spiritual compass. I like that. Spiritual compass. I'll be your spiritual compass. That sounded really forceful and threatening. No, so your spiritual compass is always right. What feels good in your gut? I go by gut feeling all day. You know, and sometimes my intuition is just me being overly creative. You know, my mind telling me that someone's at the door. You better go check the locks and stuff. But a lot of the times my intuition is correct. Enough about intuition. I'd like to make a video on intuition, actually. How to listen to your gut better. And it doesn't involve a stethoscope. That stupid joke. Forget I said that. The next step is probably my favorite. No, it's not. But anyway, I like them all. Gratitude. And this is where I think another weed out spot's going to be. People who want instantaneous success, people who want instant money, fame, girls, guys, whatever, they drop off around the gratitude area. And I can understand that from one point because it's oversaturated. We use the word gratitude too easily. Gratitude is so important that I should have put this at the top of my list, but I was truly afraid that most people would stop listening because they're like, oh, it's the same thing that I've watched a million times. And if you are saying that, it might mean that you aren't listening as well. You're not writing down your virtue filter, for example. You're just listening and hoping that will be enough, and it's not. You have to take action. So gratitude. Be as grateful as you can for everything in your life, your breathing, how your stomach works, your home, your pets, whatever it is. Try and show gratitude. And even if you can't show gratitude, you have to keep trying. And I believe that this will become genuine for you. So give thanks to everything that God has bestowed upon you and go through the day just saying, thank you, God. Thank you, God. I just did a video on the penny trick. You pick up a penny, thanks God for this sign of wealth. Gratitude's extremely important. And I guarantee you, you will not get anywhere in life without gratitude. And then you might say, well, Kai, there's so many rich people that are just jerks and stuff. I have two things about that. First of all, they probably hate themselves. Usually when people are being jerks, it's a self-reflection. It's a reflection of their inner self. So they're not happy with themselves. Number two is maybe they got it from their parents. You know, they didn't earn it. You can be rich and still be a bad person. That's just fact. However, now you might be saying, Kai, you said bad person. We all know who I'm talking about. But the majority of rich people are extremely kind. I actually would walk up to millionaires who were getting out of Lamborghinis at this old place that I lived in California where a lot of rich people lived, and I would just ask them, hey, could I have some tips on success? They were always willing to put down whatever they were doing to answer me. I never had a millionaire turn me down when I asked for success tips. I've never experienced a bad experience with a millionaire because I was genuine, I was kind, I wasn't asking for handouts. I was just, hey, what are some tips? What's your mindset? This is their language. This is their language, and this is why I'm doing this video. The next thing is give. Oh man, people hate giving, and I just can't understand it. And it's different. It's different than giving on Christmas. Giving presents on Christmas Day feels good for most people. I'm talking about tithing. I'm talking about giving monthly. Now, for example, I'm not trying to boast about what I do, but I give to I really like children, which sounds really bad, unfortunately, but I feel so bad for them, and I pity them, the ones who are sick and in hospitals, and I give to those charities. That's what I align with. I want to help kids. I want to buy them video game consoles. In fact, I'm thinking about making a non-profit where, you know, we send video game consoles to hospitals and orphanages, but that's for another day. But my mindset is always on giving value. You will become so freaking rich just by genuinely wanting to help people, by genuinely wanting to solve people's problems, and as many people as possible. You help enough people get what you want, you will get what you want. And that's from Zig Ziglar. And we cannot ignore the Zig Zig man. We just can't. So get into a habit of giving and be excited to give. Try to be as excited to give something as it would be to receive a Lamborghini. Almost impossible, right? That's unfortunate. Even for me, that's pretty darn difficult. But I try every day. I'm no perfect person. The next thing, and number 7 is really cool, and I kind of combined a few things, is you want to meditate, you want to be calm, and live in the now. Living in the now is probably the most difficult thing that I've ever done, but I've talked about this on this channel. I snapped a few weeks ago and just was like, you know, if I was a millionaire today, I would still be just as freaking stressed. And that's some bull crap. So what would becoming a multimillionaire do for me except for maybe even add more stress? So be happy now. And just by being happy now, I've seen so many more opportunities in just these few weeks. I've realized that I had to stop a few businesses because they were taking from other ones. This is the magic of the magic. This is the power of God working, in my opinion. Whenever we live in the now and we are happy now, that's when the true power comes out in us. And we are able to live every moment to the fullest. Every task that we're on, we give it our 100%. And man, we can really change the world that way. You can change your own world and the world for others, because remember, back at step 6, we are giving. You need to meditate, obviously. I would say minimum 5 minutes a day. And if you can do 20 minutes once a day, that's really great. Sometimes I can't do that. I'm just going to be honest. Sometimes I can't, but I always do 5 minutes of prayer at night so I can give thanks and pray for an even more efficient day the next day. And calmness. This is one that maybe doesn't relate to you, but it definitely relates to me. I have a problem with being calm, as I'm picking my finger now from anxiety. It's just something that I'm going to struggle with for the rest of my life. But remaining calm is a great way to be able to use the virtue filter. If you're not calm, you're going to forget about it. So be calm. And what's helped me with calmness is realizing that I'm not going to be happier with $1 million than I could be right now. And for some reason, that just calms me down. It's like, relax, Kai. You're gonna be a multi-millionaire, but why can't you be happy now? What does it matter? Even if you don't reach this goal, it doesn't matter. You're still focused on things that really enrich the life of you, which is giving to other people, connecting yourself to God, and giving thanks for all these amazing things. Look at this greenery back here. I mean, that's something to really be thankful for. So if you like this video, I highly suggest you become a spiritual warrior by subscribing down below. You are going to learn so much from this channel. You are going to manifest your dream life, and I'm going to force you to do the techniques that oh God, I'm so forceful today. If you do these things, you will see a huge impact in your life. Do them for 30 days. I guarantee you are going to be so shocked. Hit that like button, subscribe, please subscribe. Comment down below any questions you might have on the law of attraction, and I will see you next time, guys. Love ya. Peace. Trust in my heart like it's you.